Dear respected Thai, dear brothers and sisters, and dear friends, welcome to the Lower Hamlet, the Dharma Nectar Temple. Today is the first day of the summer retreat. It's Monday, the 10th of July, 2017. We are in the Assembly of Stars Hall. I think the microphone here shifted. We are in the Assembly of Stars Hall in the Lower Hamlet. And it's the first Dharma talk of the summer retreat for all hamlets together. And it is wonderful to see so many friends here. The ones I can see here and the ones who are outside and maybe even in another hall. All come together. Some of you may be here for the first time. And some of you may be regulars who come here often. You've come from all corners of the world, to be here together. In Plum Village, many friendships have been forged, have been made between people across countries, across borders, nationalities, ethnic, just people have formed friendships. And they're very long-lasting friendships. And sometimes the friends that we made here, we stay in contact, and then we say, when are you going to Plum Village? First week? Okay, I'll come too. And we meet in Plum Village. And this is not just adults who do this, but also children. The children that tell their parents, "Oh, Mommy, can we go to Plum Village because I want to see my friends?" And then the mother contacts the mother of the friend to say, "Are you coming this year?" "Yes." "When?" "First, second, third, fourth week?" And they make sure, they come in the same week. So and then the friends meet, from the US with their friends in Europe, or the US and friends in Australia, from everywhere. So the children sometimes ask, "Mommy, can we go to Plum Village?" And this summer we have a little friend from India who said, "Mommy, can we go to Plum Village to meet her friend from Austria?" So they're here right now. And that is so wonderful, to know that this is a place where friendships are forged and they last for a lifetime, because we share something very precious. We share our true presence. And what can be more precious than that? Right now, at this point in time of the Plum Village development, we have a children's program, a teens program, a young adult program, an adult program. In the beginning, we had a children program, and then for adults. So when the children grew up and became teenagers, they said, "I don't want to go to Plum Village anymore. I want to go on holiday with my friends somewhere else." And then, maybe 10 years later or something, all of a sudden these young people turn up in Plum Village and say, "Hi sister, do you remember me? I was in the children program." But now we have created a teens program and a young adults program. And so we can take care of everyone. They can still go to the beach, but they also can come here and meet their friends, and they grow up together. And that is something very, very beautiful and very precious. This morning we listened to the invocation of Bodhisattva Avalokita. Yeah. And Bodhisattva Avalokita has the capacity to listen, and to listen very deeply in order to understand. To understand what is being said and what is left unsaid. She can listen in between the words to know what the other is trying to communicate. And in order to do that, she needs to be truly present. And that's her quality, to be able to be truly present. And all of us, we have a seed of Avalokita in us. We have the capacity also to be truly present, to be able to listen in order to understand what is being said and what is left unsaid. And to understand is love, is to love. And the theme of this week is love. We all have the capacity to love, because we all have the capacity to make ourselves fully present. To be fully present means to stop. To stop being pulled away out of the here and the now. To stop running after our projects. To stop being carried away, things concerning the past, our regrets, or things concerning the future, our anxiety. We stop. We stop and we bring our mind home to our body. We bring our mind home to our body. When we do that, we are fully present. We have many voices in Plum Village that call us back to the present moment. And one of them is the sound of the bell. Whenever we hear sound of the bell, we bring our mind home to our body. And we establish ourselves stably in the present moment. Body and mind united. Our breathing is a function of our body. And when we direct our attention to our breathing, that unites our body and our mind. So every time we hear the sound of the bell, we become aware of we become aware of we become aware. Aha. We become aware. Can you hear me? Ah. So every time we bring our mind home to our body, we become aware that we cannot be heard because the microphone is not working. And everybody else becomes aware that they cannot hear because the microphone is not working. So let's try this microphone and maybe that will work. So we bring our mind home to our body, you know, and we know what is happening inside of us and around us. You know. Some frustration, some impatience, some joy, some tiredness of the body. We notice what is happening. So let us enjoy the sound of the bell and bring our mind home to our body. and be aware of the in-breath as it is happening. We breathe the whole day and night. We don't need to breathe. But we can enjoy the fact that breathing is happening. So let's enjoy the fact that breathing is happening. And enjoy the beginning, the middle, and the end of our in-breath. And the beginning, the middle, and the end of our out-breath. We enjoy the whole length of our in-breath and the whole length of our out-breath. And as I said, as the breathing is a function of the body, it brings our mind home to our body. Yeah. So you may like to sit upright but relaxed, so that the air can move in and out of our lungs freely. And we can enjoy this breathing as it is happening. If you like, you can close your eyes, so you're closing the door of one source of information in order to really taste and experience, enjoy your in-breath and out-breath. Bringing our mind home to our body and making ourselves truly present is what enhances our life. And not only our life, but also the life of our beloved ones, of the people around us, the people that we meet in our daily life. It is a practice we can take home with us, stopping in order to be truly present. When we're truly present, we can go to our beloved one and we can pronounce a magical formula, sometimes called a mantra. But these mantras are in the language that we speak daily. We do not need to learn another language to express the mantras I would like to share with you this morning. They can be said in English, in French, in German, Portuguese, Hindi, Spanish, Russian, whatever your native language is. The importance is to be truly present before we pronounce the magical formula. If we pronounce this magical formula when we're totally absent-minded, they're just words. Nothing magic to them. If we're truly present, they're magical. Why? because they can change a situation straight away. The first mantra is, darling, I am here for you. I am truly here for you. Because we've stopped running. We've stopped running. We're no longer pulled into the past or the future. But we're truly there. And if we're truly there, our beloved one will notice. It's not something we say in passing. Hello, darling, I'm here for you. It's not like that. No. Mm-hmm. No. We take our time. No? We create a space. A time and a space for this beautiful exchange to happen. Yeah. So when we see our beloved one, they're very busy. They're totally doing something on the computer that makes us very busy. Or in the garden or other kind of office work. Yeah. And we say, darling, yes. Darling, yes. Yeah, I'm busy. Yes, but I have something important to tell you. Yes, but I'm really busy. It may not be the moment. Honestly, it may not be the moment. Choose your moment carefully. Yeah. And when you're present, you will know whether it's the right moment or not. When it's the right time, the right space. You say, darling, something I want to tell you. Say, yes. And then you look at them. And by the way you look at them, they already know this is something important. And you get sort of a little bit of, if they're looking at you, you get a little bit of, a tickling in your stomach. Like, I wonder what it is. Okay. We know this is happening in the other person. So we look, we're truly present. In fact, even if we wouldn't say anything, they would get it. But we say it anyway. Darling, I am here for you. If we haven't been there for them for a long, long time, there may be tears. This is what we've been waiting for our beloved one to be there for us. It's a magical formula that can change things in an instant. I'm here for you. So don't wait too long. If your loved one, your friend, your colleague, who it may be, is with you here today, first practice bringing your mind home to your body so you can be truly present. And then you choose the moment to go to them. They may already, have sort of, a feeling of what you're going to say. But do it anyway, You say, darling, I'm here for you. Yeah. These simple words enhance our life and enhances the life of our loved ones, of our friends, of our children. We may be working. I'm taking the computer because with the computer we have access to internet. And internet is a source of information. And we're pulled into this source of information. We want to check just one thing. I've tried myself. It is still my practice. Just to check one thing. And to stay on the page. Not to go anywhere else. Yeah. But we are there, we are behind the computer. And there's this source of information. There. And we are somebody comes to us, maybe our loved one, maybe a child, maybe a colleague. They're standing next to us and they say, they call us by our name. Maybe Dad, maybe Mom, maybe Peter, maybe Mary, maybe Joanna, you know. We don't even look up and we say, yes. There is a source of information standing next to us in flesh and blood, but we are caught in another source of information. You know? So we practice to take our hands away from the keyboard, maybe turn around and look and say, yes, what can I do for you? Make ourselves present. What can I do for you? Yes. And listen to what they have to offer, to what they would like to share with us. And to offer them our true presence. Because when we are truly present, they will also be truly present. So let us one more time enjoy the sound of the bell and make ourselves truly present. One of the things that takes us away from being truly present for the other is because we have not been enough truly present for ourselves. In ourselves, there is a little child, there is an adult, there is an ancestor who says, are you there? I would like to tell you something. But we are caught in other things. So we practice going back to ourselves and being present for ourselves to listen to that child, to the adult, or to our ancestors who are asking for our presence. They would like to tell us something. So we start by being present for ourselves. To find out what is happening inside of us. To listen what wants to be heard. To stop and to listen in order to understand. To understand what our difficulties may be. To embrace those difficulties like a mother embraces a crying child. Hold them. And like when a mother or a father holds a crying baby while being truly present, the baby already feels soothed and may calm down. And then we can look to see what it is that the baby needs. So we do this for ourselves. We hold, we hold the difficulties we encounter in ourselves or the suffering tenderly, while being truly present, not carried away by anything, just holding. And when the suffering has calmed down a bit, our difficulty, then we can look deeply to see what the roots of the difficulty is, what the roots are, where they lie. And when we've done that for ourselves, then we can do it for others. When we've taken care of ourselves, then we can be truly present for the other. And then healing is possible. So the first mantra is, darling, I'm here for you. The second mantra is, darling, or dear friend, my child, dear colleague, dear teacher, dear student, I know you are there and I am so happy. To have others in our life is a source of gratitude. People are there for us. And when we take some time, we make ourselves present and we sit down and we write all the people who are present in our life that enhance our life, we will be surprised how long the list is. All of us are here because others support us to come here. Even people we don't know. The person at the airport who checked us in, if she wouldn't check us in, we wouldn't be here. Yeah. The fact that we were able to take off, maybe somebody else had to do a little bit more work while we were away. Maybe somebody else is looking after something while we're here. Many, many people have made it possible for us to be here. Our beloved teacher Tai, without whom we would not be here. A great source of gratitude. So take some time, during your stay here, take some time to write down in your diary, your notebook, or on a piece of paper. Everybody who has made it possible for you to be here. And say, I know you're there and I'm so happy. I know you're there and I'm I'm so happy. When we have gratitude, our suffering softens. When we have gratitude, at that moment there is no suffering. Water the seed of suffering. Excuse me, water the seed of gratitude. I was not truly present. I know you're there and I am so happy. And here again, how often do we express our gratitude? We say thank you because somebody has done something for us. Can we say, I know you're there and I'm so happy. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being. I know you're there and I'm so happy. When we want to say this, we take our time to say it. We make ourselves truly present and we find the time and the place to say this. We may think that expressing our gratitude is a gift we give to the other. But when we experience true gratitude and we express that gratitude, we're giving a gift to ourselves. To be grateful and to know we're grateful is very uplifting, is very nourishing, is very inspiring and enriching. It enhances our life. We can be grateful also for the trees. Without the trees, we wouldn't be here. Dear tree, I know you're there and I'm so happy. The flowers, the birds. When we make ourselves truly present, everything else becomes present. When we bring our mind home to our body and we are present, everything is present. And then we can say, dear tree, I know you're there, I'm so happy. When we're truly present, all of a sudden, the birds start singing. They're celebrating our presence. They weren't there when we weren't present. Have you ever noticed? When we're not present, the birds are not singing. Until somebody says, do you hear the birds? Oh yes, the birds. But they were not singing for us because we were not there for them. And when we're there for them, they will sing for us. And the little flower, she will bloom for us when we're there for her. Likewise, everything in nature, Mother Earth is there for us. We can count on her. We see the preciousness of others in our life. We see the preciousness of nature, and we will want to water their seed of happiness and take care of them. Darling, I know you're there. I'm so happy. Let's not get carried away and bring our mind home to our body and allow the sound of the bell to be there for us. So when we hear the sound of the bell, make ourselves truly present so we can say to the bell and the sound of the bell, I know you're there, and I'm so happy. T, dear T, I know you're there, and I'm so happy. In our environment, when we are truly present, we may notice that someone near us is not so happy. We want to offer them our true presence also. And we also have a mantra for that. It says, darling, I know you suffer, and I'm here for you. They may say, no, I don't. I don't suffer. You know? They will especially say that when they suffer because of something we may have said or done, or not said or not done. You know? No, I don't suffer. So you may find the wording of this mantra that opens the door of her or his heart. It could be something, how are you today? You know, is there anything wrong? You know, are you having a difficult time? They may suffer because of us, or they may suffer because of something else. We don't know yet. If it's because of us, we may have a hunch. But if we don't know, even if it's because of us, you know, we say, how are you? Anything wrong? I'm here for you. Please tell me. And if they say, not now, you say, that's okay. Let me know when. Don't insist. It's not the moment. It's not the moment. But they know already that you're there for them. And when the conditions are right, you can sit down and share what the suffering is, whether it concerns us or not. To be truly present, to listen to a difficulty of another is already very healing for the other person. Just being heard can be already enough. So we try to approach and to find the right words that we will avoid the reaction of the others. You know, I don't suffer, leave me alone. I don't need you, go away. I'm fine. What makes you think I suffer? You know, we try to find the right time and the right words to avoid that. You know? And if somebody comes to us and says, darling, I know you suffer, I'm here for you. Now that we know the practice, we may become aware of our reaction inside. Maybe also wanting to say, no, I don't. I'm not sad, I'm not angry. What makes you think that? And then we march out of the door, angrily. We have a body language that sometimes speaks much louder than our voice. Yes. There may be some pride in us that prevents us from saying, yes, I am suffering. But now is not the moment. Now is not the moment for me to share. Can we do it later? I need some more time. Yeah. We will hear more about this in a practice called beginning anew. The practice of beginning anew helps us to practice these mantras. We live in a community, and of course we are a happy community, but we have our difficulties like everybody else. And I have at times asked one of my sisters, when I see you very withdrawn, not really communicating, what would you like me to do? Shall I just give you space and leave it? Or shall I check in with you and ask you what's happening for you? You know, and one particular sister said, please check in with me. Please come to me. It's easier than for me to go to someone else and to share. So now I know when I go to her, when I see her withdrawn. Another sister said, just give me space. I'll get over it and then I can talk to you or about somebody else about whatever is happening for me now. So sometimes it's good also in a relationship to ask, how would you like me to respond to you, in a certain situation? And that already then prepares the ground for good communication in our everyday life that can enhance our relationship. And sometimes when we see somebody maybe having a difficulty, it's what I also sometimes do, I go to the sister and I just put my arm around her shoulders. And then she knows I am there for her. That's often also enough. It's a communication. I'm there for you. I'm here for you. Whenever you need me, let me know. So we practice these mantras in an intelligent way. We don't say, in the book or in the talk, it said, I know you're suffering, I'm here for you. No, life is not like that. And then there's the fourth mantra. And now we are the one who's suffering. And that can be challenging. Can we go to somebody and say, darling, I suffer and I want you to know it. Can be very difficult sometimes because we have not yet established this kind of communication and we do not know how they're going to respond. Or maybe in the past they responded with, are you always with your difficulties? Yes, maybe we have responded like that. So it's a bit scary. But if before we have sat down and say, how shall we take care of our relationship. You know, if you have a difficulty, what shall I do? And if I have a difficulty, what shall I do? So that we can communicate in a way that will enrich, enhance, and deepen our relationship. Like I say, it can be a partner relationship, can also be in an office, in school, you know, with the children, with our friends. You know. These are beautiful practices. When we say, darling, I suffer and I want you to know, there are a few practices that go with that. You know, we can say this mantra in our own words. Yeah? And then we can say, you know, I am doing my best. And doing our best means I am also looking at how I contribute to the way our relationship is right now. What is my contribution? I'm looking into myself in order to understand myself better and understand our relationship better. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best not to pour my suffering over you. So sometimes I'm taking some time for myself to take care of my strong emotions. You know, I'm doing my best. And the third one is that, but the third one is, and I still need your help. Please help me. You know? So with these three stages, you know, we can open communication. And we have a practice. The minute, as soon as we see how in a relationship we may have contributed to the situation, we are empowered. We are no longer, you know, the full victim. We are empowered to do that. We may also, and you will hear more about this in the beginning anew, but we may also hear or look into the other person in order to understand the other person. And look at all the causes and conditions that we know about the other that have made the person as they are. This is also true in politics. We may like to try and understand our politicians to see what made them as they are. We may not agree with what they do, but we can have some understanding for the person. Understanding doesn't mean agreeing to what they do. And when we understand, maybe we find ways to help, because they may need our help. But we start with our direct environment. We look into ourselves. And although we may understand the person we have a difficulty with, who's made us suffer, it doesn't mean we condone their actions. I think this is quite important to know. Maybe we can have another bell to bring our mind home to our body and establish ourselves again fully in the present moment. And as we listen to the bell, and on an out breath, we can let go of anything that has come up in us in the last hour or so. Practicing these 4 mantras, our relationships improve, they're enhanced, we enjoy each other's presence, and then the magic of the 5th mantra happens. At a certain day we will look at each other and say, this is a happy moment. We are truly present for each other. We may have our difficulties, but there's true love. And this is a happy moment. We can enjoy each other's presence. We can enjoy all of our presence here. This is truly a happy moment. And then we may just enjoy each other's presence without saying anything. That's enough. And we feel strengthened again, nourished, and our relationship has now a strong foundation. Strong foundation. We are much quieter and calmer, and we enjoy each other's presence more. But we still have some difficulties, but we're much better at taking care of them. When a colleague, a friend, a partner, somebody comes to us and says, you do such a thing. We don't immediately fly off in anger, but we say, you're partly right. You're partly right. And we can discuss both parts. Yes, have to be balanced. When there's right, there's a left. So you're partly right, my dear. That's a real success, You're partly right. Also, when they come and they compliment us, and they put us on such a high pedestal that it becomes almost dangerous for us. Then we say, you know what? You're partly right. Please protect me. So it works in various situations. And find the situations in your life where you can say, yes, you're partly right. You're partly right. These practices are alive, and they're there for us to explore, to practice with, to enhance our life. Most important is to be truly present. And one way of making ourselves truly present is by practicing walking meditation. Walking meditation and arrive fully present, body and mind, in every moment. To arrive in every step we take. I enjoy walking meditation a lot. Just recently, in a retreat, I facilitated. There were not as many people as there are here today. We went on a 2.5 hour walking meditation. Not a walk, but walking meditation. And every day here we will have an opportunity, except for lazy day, to practice walking meditation together. When I came to Plum Village and I saw and heard Thai speak about walking meditation, I knew that is it. This is it, walking meditation. Walking meditation. With every step, we arrive in that step. I like to arrive, to have a little pause at my step, to arrive. Yes, I'm there. ready to take another step. Yeah. For me, it has a kind of a sinking feeling in the body, not of the body, but in the body. You know? As if all the cells in my body that holding on to things of the past or worries and things, anxieties of the future, they just release everything and it goes. Eeeh. Also in sitting meditation, where it feels like we are a pebble that is slowly sinking in order to come and rest at the bottom of the pond. You know, all the way. Sometimes we say, we take a step and we wait until our full weight is in the step. Yeah? That's, I call the sinking feeling. Yeah? Arrive. With every step we arrive where? Here and now. We arrive, we are home. Our mind has come home to our body. And that's our true home. Our true presence is also our true home. You know? Arrived, 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 arrived. Home, home. We bring our awareness, our mindfulness, our attention to our feet and to the soles of our feet that are in touch with the earth as we walk gently on the earth, arriving in every step. In my practice of walking meditation, I've noticed something. I'm busy in my head, and then I decide to do walking meditation. So I bring my mindfulness to the soles of my feet. I bring my mindfulness to my feet. And I walk with very mindful feet. My feet are very mindful. Actually, you know, they're shining with mindfulness. Yeah? Yeah. And I notice, yes, my feet are walking very mindfully. But how about the rest of my body? Parts have some mindfulness, but mindfulness is a bit uneven distribution. So now when I practice, I bring my awareness from the head all the way to my feet, but I leave some mindfulness in the other parts of my body. Okay? So that I can walk with my whole body. And it's something we can feel in our body. Whole body is moving through space. When I walk like that, I always find my smiling. For no reason. No specific reason. Just so wonderful to be moving through space, to enjoy being alive, to be present for life, to be present for those around me, to be present for nature. And it feels so light. We say, every step is peace. And we can also say, every step is freedom. Freedom from whatever pulls us away from the present moment. Walking meditation. I have arrived. I am home. I have arrived, I am home, is the Dharma seal of Plum Village. Not only for when we walk, when we sit, when we eat, when we talk, always being truly present. So, when you're ready to leave, to go home, what are you taking home with you? You go to the bookshop. You get a little trinket, or a book, or a calligraphy, and also something you want to take home with you to offer to your beloved ones. And that's wonderful. But the most precious gift you can offer them is your true presence. So the time that you're here, cultivate this true presence in your walking, your eating, your sitting. With the help of the bell, the support of the Sangha, keep on bringing your mind home to your body to be truly present. So you can take care of yourself, take care of your relationships, and offer the mantras to those with whom you are in relation, to enhance your life and to enhance their life. So, thank you very much for being here. After this talk, there will be some announcements, and then we shall meet for walking meditation. And although walking meditation seems to be the perfect time to find friends from the other hamlets to chat, maybe first go on a walking meditation together. We'll have lunch together. You can chat at that time. Yeah? So thank you for being there, dear friends. I know you're there, and we know you're there, and we are so happy. Thank you.